All Alabama Gardener here with an update today on my potato sprouting experiment. Now back in December, I began an experiment about sprouting potatoes that I had saved from last year's potato crop. And I wanted to find out four things. I wanted to know, would stored potatoes in a refrigerator, in other words, you could call it cold storage potatoes, would that prevent them from sprouting when we moved from the refrigerator? And secondly, I wanted to know, would potatoes that had been stored in my refrigerator, when removed, would they sprout and be ready for planting next spring? And then the third thing I'm looking for is, if we decide yes, they will sprout, how many days would it take for cold storage seed potatoes, once removed from cold storage, in other words, out of the refrigerator, to sprout and be ready to plant? And then the fourth thing that I want to know, now this has to do with potatoes that are not in cold storage. So how many times can I remove or break the sprouts off of potatoes that were not in cold storage, and the potato would regrow the sprouts? So those are the four things that we're going to talk about in this video. So why do we want that kind of information? Well, this information is going to be very useful for storing homegrown potatoes for eating. And it's also going to be useful for how I would store homegrown seed potatoes that I'll be wanting to use for next year's crop. And then the third thing on the information that this is useful for is, I will be able to determine how many days before my planting date will I need to remove my seed potatoes from cold storage or out of the refrigerator to allow them to sprout and be ready for planting. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Today is 14th of January, and I broke the sprouts off of these potatoes on 26th December. So it's now 19 days, and you can see how they have resprouted again. Now I'm going to break the sprouts off again and restart the potatoes clock. Now remember, I'm doing an experiment to see how many times the potato will regrow its sprouts. If it was time to plant these potatoes, I would be happy with these sprouts, but it's still too early to plant, so I will remove the sprouts again. Now notice as I flex this potato how soft and wrinkled it is, and they are beginning to dry out or to dehydrate, and this would not be a top quality potato for eating. I have marked an X on these potatoes, so I will know that they are from cold storage. Now I'm going to break the sprouts off because it's not time to plant potatoes yet. Now these potatoes have been in the refrigerator since the 28th of November. They are still very firm and are a good quality for eating. They have not begun to sprout, and so I will put them back in the refrigerator and wait till later to remove them to get ready for planting.